Hey, Coach Chijo here. We just did a live event in Instagram. It was only for the members of my special channel there on Instagram. So if you want to be able to submit questions and have me answer them, then please join the channel on Instagram. Find me there, Coach Chijo. And this is a video of the recording of the live event. It was about 1 hour. So I talked and talked, I answered questions. They were submitted by the viewers and the special members that we have in our Instagram channel. And if you like the video, if you like the fact that I'm answering a ton of questions and giving tips on volleyball and how to take your volleyball to the next level, I would really greatly appreciate it if you can just hit that subscribe button so that you can continue to get more videos and watch them to help take your volleyball to the next level. All right, here we go. Here's the live event. We are live. If you're on here on the live, let me know where are you from? What country or state or wherever? Where are you from? Okay, Turkey, Finland, India, Wisconsin. This is pretty cool. Where in the world are you? Thailand. Oh, it's midnight there. Wow, Croatia, California, Michigan. More and more people are joining. Oh, somebody has a huge tournament tomorrow. Good luck. Hawaii, but you live in Virginia. Okay. Kenya. There's someone saying, hello, sir. Where are you from? California. That's my home state. Let's see. You have a tournament. Lauren has a tournament tomorrow. Is that a Mexico flag? New York. Somebody from Mexico again. South Carolina. Let's see where else. California. Yep, that's my home state. I'm born in San Jose, California. Somebody else. Noel has a tournament next weekend. Good luck with that. Oh, Carlos says, you're my biggest fan. Cool. Shout out. Let's see, what flag is that? Is that France? You have practice later and you coach 14s. Cool, 14s is great. Thailand, Serbia, Philippines, SoCal, cool. Georgia, Italy. Oh, I love Italy. Great people, beautiful place, good food. India, Puerto Rico. Okay, where else? Colombia, Mexico, Lebanon. Wow. Shout out Kylie. It says, yeah, shout out to Kylie. Korea, awesome. Tunisia, Virginia Beach, Spain. Oh, I love Spain. I've been there several times. I want to go back again. Indiana, I've been there. Germany, yes, I've been there. Where else are you from? Let's just take like a couple more minutes. I want to see where everybody's from. Hungary, Greece. Greece is one place I do want to get to. Egypt, yes, I also want to go there. Brazil, never been there, but I also want to go there. Sweden, nice, I want to go there too. There's a question. Okay, I'll get to questions here in a little bit. Okay, so thanks for all your support. Oh, there's one from Venezuela, Missouri. Okay, so I'm going to get to the questions. Iran, awesome. Argentina. Okay, so I've got questions. Greece is beautiful. Yes, that's what I've heard. Okay, questions. In the channel, I put in a post here for people to put questions that they want me to answer. So I'm going to start with some of those first, and then let's see how much time we have after that. One of the questions in here, question is, and sorry, I'm looking off to the side because I've got my other iPad here that shows me all the questions that I've got, okay? So can you, let's see, Emma says, can you go over how to snap your wrist faster and harder when hitting? Okay, so I've got a thing here. It is a high fiver. I know this is kind of weird, but I can put it on my finger and high five my players. But anyways, is just grab something light like this, and what you do, so I'm right-handed, so I'm going to put this on my elbow like that. Can you see that? I'm just going to place it right on my elbow, and then what I'm going to do, I hope I can do this live, you try to catch it, okay? So this is to speed up arm swing. So it's like right here on my elbow, and then I'm going to go like that. Swing fast and snap my wrist to catch the thing so it doesn't fall, okay? So this is one little trick you can try. You can try it with maybe a coin or, I don't know, maybe like, you know how everybody's doing these clip things? I don't know if this is like just in America or if you do this in other countries, but when you go to volleyball tournaments, people create these clips and then they sneak up on you and like clip it on your hoodie and stuff. So this one has a kind of it has a troll on it. And so just grab whatever, put it on top of your arm like this, and then just grab it, okay? So that's a quick tip on how to speed up your swing. Okay, next one, Liv Baker asks, setting the ball. For some reason, every time I set it, it goes wonky. Okay, so wonky is kind of an American term. It just means the ball kind of goes in different directions. So one of the things that we teach is when you set, have big hands. So the bigger the hands, the more control you have of the ball and more surface area you can cover of the ball. So then you can control it better and get it to go to a certain direction, okay? So that's one thing. So use big hands, open up your fingers when you set. And then the other is, here's another trick that you can try. So if you're a setter, you want to have your hands even, okay? So if I'm setting and one hand is like up and one is down, it's gonna go the wrong direction, or if it's like this, okay? So one trick is if you're a setter and you're waiting for your team to pass the ball, right before you set the ball, right before the ball gets to you, you tap your head or your forehead with your thumbs, okay? So you go up here and just tap, touch your head. And this is kind of a signal to remind you to get your hands even, right? Because if you touch your head with your right hand first and then your left hand, the hands are going to be like this and the ball will go wonky. It won't go where you want it to set. Okay, so that's a tip for that. Someone asks, help us to not lose motivation in volleyball. Okay, so when you're in volleyball, whether you're a player or maybe even a coach, and you got to be motivated to keep playing all the time. I think one of the most important things to keep your motivation is make sure that you're playing because it's fun. Okay, just think about making sure it's fun, what you're doing, if that makes sense, okay? If you're a coach, keep your practices fun. If you're a coach and you're coaching in a match, make sure you're keeping it fun. That way your players will stay motivated. If you're a player, think back to why you started playing volleyball. When was the first time that you picked up a ball and thought, man, this is a really cool game? So think back to that age or when you were that young and you go, why did I play? Oh, because it's fun. So play for that reason and you will stay motivated longer. Okay, so just so everybody knows, I have an assistant coach. She's awesome. Her name is Monica. Okay, she's my longtime assistant coach. She played, since she was little through high school. She played Division I volleyball here in the United States. She can play any position, and so she's helping me with this live, and so she's texting me some more tips on what to share. Okay. So I'm going to kind of pay attention to that too, okay? All right, next question. Lynn asks, mental health and how to mentally focus during games and training. Okay, so mentally focusing, one of the things is you have to have routines. So for example, if you're in a game and you are serving, okay, always have a routine. So some people like to bounce the ball 3 times. When I'm serving, I get the ball and I spin the ball in my hand a few times like that, and then I serve. Some people, they get the ball, they face the net, and then they take a deep breath before they serve. Okay, so have these routines that you do during the game to help you focus. Okay, during the game, one time I had a player who got nervous on service eve. And so I asked her, what's your favorite food? And she said, steak. And so literally, here, I'm going to get a pen. So her favorite food was steak. So I took a pen, a Sharpie pen, a marker, and I wrote on her arm, I put the word steak. And I said, just look at that every time before you receive a serve. after the referee blows a whistle, and she got steak. Oh yeah, that's pretty yummy. That's pretty good. And then it kind of made her relax a little bit, and then, you know, not get nervous. Monica texted me, she said, a couple people in the comments are asking how to hit harder. Okay, so hitting harder, one of the things is you have to swing your arm faster, okay? So a lot of athletes that we train, they come in for training and they say, well, I want to hit harder, but they just swing like really slow. So you have to swing faster, okay? Another thing is if you want to hit harder, you have to pull your elbow back. So a lot of people, if you look from me from the side, and here's the ball here, and I'm trying to hit, a lot of hitters I watch only pull their elbow back to about here, and then they try to hit it. That's not going to hit it hard. So we teach opening up or pulling the elbow way back. So behind you, pull the elbow back and then swing, and that'll allow you to hit harder. Okay, so hopefully that answers the question. Okay, this person asks for tips for an outside hitter who's shorter, okay, and getting the approach to the maximum height. Okay, so I teach a lot of shorter players, like 12 and under, 14 and under, or players that are shorter or they can't jump as high. Everybody can hit. So one thing that I demo when I train is I put my knees on the floor. Okay, I'm about 6 feet tall or whatever, but when I put my knees on the floor and then I'm way below the net, but I hit the bottom of the ball and then snap and hit the ball over the net to show that it doesn't matter, even if you're short, you can hit, okay? So if you're shorter and you're not jumping as high and you want to make sure you hit the ball over the block, you got to hit more of the bottom of the ball, and as you make contact, snap. So then the ball will go up and then up and over the block. So you can still hit even if you're a shorter outside. Okay, here's somebody, Ohana10 was asking, apparently this person is a high school coach and is asking, is 8 people on the roster too little? Okay, in other words, only having 8 players on the team, is that enough players? Because when you have more players, it's hard to get them playing time and then the parents get really upset. Okay, so I've been there. One time I had a team of 14 players, and it was really, really hard to get the players in. And the ones that get very little playing time, yeah, the players get upset, the parents get upset. If my ideal number is probably 10, okay? Because when you have a season, sometimes you're going to get players that get injured or they're going to be sick on a tournament day. So if you only have 8 and you have one person injured, now you only have 7. If you have 10 and one person is injured or sick, you still have 9. So then you have 6 on the court, and then number 7 could be a libero, and then 2 out of 3 sets. So 2 out of 3 sets. So we try to play, ideally if we can play 8 or 9 players in the first set, that leaves 2, maybe more that we need, 2 or 3 more that we need to play in the second set. And we try to play every player in every match if we can. Sometimes it's hard, but I think 8 is too little. Monica's telling me that a lot of you are asking about lessons, clinics, camps. Okay, so here's a big announcement. This is the first time I'm announcing this. It's, only to the channel members. I have not told other people, so here we go. Here's the big announcement. Monica and I are planning some travel clinics or camps. They will be in other places in the United States, and we're trying to make this happen in other countries. Okay, so this was like a big secret, but Monica and I are trying to figure out if we can get to Europe. Okay, that's one option that we're thinking about. We're trying to figure out where volleyball is big, where we can get contacts for people that have gyms that we can use. Yeah, Canada. We're thinking about Canada. Yep. Hawaii would be great. Maybe someplace in Asia. Yes, Netherlands. Netherlands, we know volleyball is really big there. And that's a really nice place to go. So Italy, yes. Italy, I went there a long time ago when I was in college, and that's one place I do want to go. I know Italy and the Netherlands have a lot of volleyball. Spain, yes, I love going to Spain. So we're trying to figure it out. Greece, yeah. So as many of you know, I'm doing a shoe giveaway. So it's the Way of Wade shoe. I'm doing a giveaway, and it's legit. Some people are saying in the comments like it's a scam or something, but no. Way of Wade shoes is one of my sponsor companies, and they are offering the free pair of shoes, and we get to pick the winner, my assistant coach Monica and I, and then Wade is going to ship the brand new shoes, the size for the winner, to that person somewhere in the world. And so in those comments, there's like almost 9,000 comments, I think, and we're seeing that there are a lot of followers from all over the country, United States, and the world. So we're trying to figure out where to go. Have you come to Dallas? No, I've never been to Dallas, but that is on our list of places that we're thinking about, because I met a club in Texas. So yes, lessons I mostly do here in Oregon, but clinics I'm thinking about going to other places. It's gonna depend. Like, I need a gym, I need a contact of someone who maybe owns or runs a club or owns a gym. So if anybody's on this call and you're somewhere where volleyball is really big and you want me to come, DM me, okay? And tell me who you are, like what kind of contact you have. I need someone that we can talk to and organize to get somewhere, okay? Do you offer open clinic that Canadians can attend? Anybody, for the clinics that I run here in Oregon, anybody can come and attend. I've got people saying they're gonna fly here from all over the place. But doing a clinic in Canada would be, pretty cool as well. But I need contacts, so DM me if you are a coach and you are part of a club. You have someone. If you have your own facility, DM me. If you are a player or a parent that's part of a club, talk to the administration or the people that run your organization or club or team and see if they want to help host me and have me come. So that is the big announcement. There's a person who asked me a question of receiving. So this is serve receive. And they say that they stay rooted in place. That means like the whistle blows, the serve is served, and they just kind of stay there. Their feet are like glued to the floor or something. Okay, so I do a thing called a prep hop. Okay, prep hop. So when my team and my players are waiting to receive, they're waiting to receive, and then they're watching the server on the other team. As soon as they toss, on the toss of the ball, they have to kind of hop up just a tiny bit and go forward a little bit. The weight is a little bit forward, and they go up on their toes a little bit. And I call it activate. You have to turn on the switch and activate and become a passer. So the back of your foot or your heel is a little bit off the floor. So if you watch my team, As soon as the server tosses the ball, everybody on my team is like, they go like that, okay? So they activate. Okay, here's another good topic I think people might be interested in is how to prepare for tryouts for your next tryouts. Like if you're in the United States, there's tryouts this fall for your high school team, or if you're somewhere around the world, you might have tryouts sometime soon or whenever. Okay, here are the things. I've run a lot of tryouts. I've coached at 3 different high schools. I've coached at probably 6 different volleyball clubs. Right now, for the last about 20 years, I have been coaching at Portland Volleyball Club. Right now, I'm the club director. And so I've run a lot of tryouts. And I'm going to tell you right now what we look for. So all the players are in the gym, they come in, they might have name tags or numbers, and they all want to make a team. You ready? Here are the things that we look for. Number 1, positive attitude. So are they smiley? Do they look upset? Do they go to other players in the tryout to high five them or talk to them? Okay, do they interact with others? If they are in the tryout and they're hitting and they hit it into the net and they make a mistake, I watch them right after. What are they doing? Do they look like this? Or do they look like this? Or their chin is up and they go, okay, I'm going to get the next one. Okay, what is their attitude after they make a mistake or an error? That's something that we actively look at and we're watching you, okay? How do you behave after a mistake? Okay, next thing, really important that we look for in tryouts is your energy level, okay? So a lot of coaches will say this, but it is not our job as a coach to coach energy. Energy has to come from the player. You have to decide whether you're going to come in with lots of energy or low energy. So make sure for tryouts, the night before, you get 8 hours of sleep or good sleep. You eat a good dinner and you eat a good breakfast so that you have good fuel to have the energy. And then make sure you're drinking water. Hydration is important, okay? So that you can have the high level of energy when you are in the tryouts, okay? The third really important thing we look for is effort. So when we are running a drill in a tryout and we're tossing the ball out and you have to go get it, some players will look at the ball and then just stop. That's bad effort. Other players will just go for it. So we talk a lot about just go for our players. And they might not get the ball, they might not even touch it, or they might make a mistake, but they're going, okay? Those are the players we look for, because if they're going, then later, when they make the team, we can teach them the technique because we know that they're gonna go and use it, okay? So those are the big things. And then as far as skill, if you wanna practice something before tryouts, I think the most important skill that you need to practice is serving. Every team must have strong serving to be a strong competitive team, okay? That's your first offense. It's more important than spiking or hitting, because when you are serving and you serve tough, the other team can't pass it, or if they can't pass it well, then they can't run their offense very well, okay? So that's kind of what we suggest for tryouts. Okay, Monica says that in the comments, a lot of you are asking, what is the right age to start playing volleyball? Or is it bad to not start when you're young? You can play volleyball at any age, any age. I had a lesson recently of someone who, I think she was like 35 years old. She wanted to get better at volleyball because she wanted to play in an adult league and play volleyball. So I think she was like 35 years old. She came in, put on her shoes, and I taught her how to hit and serve and pass and stuff like that. And now she's playing. Sometimes people ask, they've never played volleyball before, but they're going to their school tryout and they're worried and they don't know if they should try out because they've never played. Well, here's the deal. If you want something bad, you gotta try it. Okay? So you gotta just go. You go to the tryout, do your best. You might not make it, or you might make it. You might surprise yourself, okay? Because you don't know who else is gonna be at the tryout. Some players think, oh, I'm not good enough. I've never played volleyball, so I'm not going to go to the tryouts because everybody else is going to be really good. Well, you don't know that. You don't know the level of all the players that are going to be at the tryouts. There could be more people that are actually like you at the tryout, and you might be surprised, and then you make the team. So if you want something really bad, you have to go for it. Okay. Oh, there's a big comment right here on the screen of someone asking, is it Kayla? Asking, how do you deal with other players that are not putting effort? Oh, that's a tough one. Okay. So if you're a player on a team and you're putting in high effort, but there are other players on your team that are putting in low effort, I will tell you that the ones that are putting in the effort are going to be really upset. That's normal. You're going to be pissed and angry probably sometimes, right? So you have two choices. Choice number one, you can just be upset, angry, and pissed off, okay? But if you take that choice, you're going to start playing bad. And then the whole team is going to be bad. Choice number two, which is my recommendation, is figure out how can I become a leader and try to get the other players to put in the high effort. Okay, here's some examples. Some simple ones. Number one, if there's a player on the court that's you think is not putting in high effort, go up to that player and say, hey, how you doing? You doing okay? Hey, high five, let's go. Okay, because sometimes players are shy, they may be more of a beginner, and they get intimidated when there are other players on the court that have more experience, okay? So they get shy and little effort. But if you come over, if you become a leader, and you give them a high five, that may give them a little more confidence, and then they put in the effort, okay? So things like that, you either stay upset and ruin your team, or number two, become a leader. You don't have to be captain. Any player can be a leader. Go up to the player, say, how you doing? High five them. Say, hey, you want to go get some water? Can I help you with anything? Become a leader, become a teammate to help the other players get the effort, and then your whole team is going to get way better. Okay? Tips on tipping the ball. Okay, so this is something Monica says, I don't know, maybe somebody's asking about this. So a tip. Around the world, I'm not sure what it is called. I played volleyball in Japan, actually. That's where I learned volleyball and played, and we did not call it a tip. We called it a feinto. Okay, so it's like feinting, like you're gonna go hit, and then last second, you just reach up and then just tip the ball over the net, really short over the net. So that's a tip, what we call it in America. And how to do it. The number one most important thing when you want to tip is don't do it all the time. If you do it all the time, then it's no longer a surprise to anybody on the other team, and they're just going to adjust their defense and get everything. Okay? Number two, every once in a while, on the rare time that you do tip the ball, you got to look like you're actually going to crush it and hit it hard. So you have to go up, full speed approach, full jump up, pull your elbow back, look like you're going to hit it as hard as you can, and then at the last second, tip it over. Okay, so you have to disguise it until the very end. So those would be my tips on how to tip. Tips for playing defense. Okay, for defense, so Monica is my assistant coach, and we do this a lot. People sometimes will ask me, what kind of defense do you use? For your team, what kind of defense do you use? And my answer is, it depends. Because we change our defense all the time. You have to change it and adjust it to what the other team is doing. What is the opponent doing? So if we play a team that maybe does not have a lot of hitters, maybe they're not as advanced and they don't know how to hit very hard, and so they tip a lot and then put a lot of balls in the middle of the court, then we change our offense and put somebody right in the middle. We say, middle back, stand right here in the middle and wait for that ball. We will shift everybody and change the formation or shape of our defense just for that. If a team that we're playing likes to hit into the corners, then we'll just put players in the corners and say, hey, they're hitting the corners, so timeout. Hey, you stand here and you stand here, and I'll draw it on my thing with my pen and say, wait here, because this is where they're hitting. So how we play defense depends on what the other team is doing. I think it's not a good idea to just practice one type of defense in practice and say, this is all we're going to do. Because then you play an opponent that hits in a different place, you're going to lose. So that's how we do defense. Who else has some more questions? Okay, so Mara maybe? Okay, says, what tips do you have on serving? My coach tells me not to bounce the ball before serving, but when I don't bounce the ball, my serve is not good. That's a tough one because you have to listen to your coach, okay? If you serve better after you bounce it, then you're going to have to bounce it, and you're going to have to convince your coach that my serve is going over, okay? Lynn is asking, do you coach anywhere else except for Oregon? Mostly Oregon, but the big announcement that I made earlier in this live is that we're planning on travel clinics, okay, in different states and also maybe some other countries. How many practices in a week is enough for a 2 years player? Okay, 2 years meaning a player that has played for 2 years. Okay, so in our club, we practice 2 times a week. And each practice is usually about 2 hours, sometimes 2.5 hours, but only 2 times a week. So my philosophy is that volleyball is important, but most of the people we coach are amateurs. They're not professionals. You don't do this for a job. So kids need to be kids. So they have other things in life, like their friends, birthday parties, school, maybe go to church, birthday party for their grandmother. There's a lot of things that kids do, and so I believe that they need to be able to do all the stuff, okay? And if you only do volleyball all the time, you're gonna miss out you're gonna miss life, and you might get burnout, meaning you're going to do too much volleyball and you're going to get tired of volleyball and then you're going to quit. So sometimes people will ask me, how come you only practice 2 times a week? Because this other club practices maybe 3 or 4 times a week. And I say, well, in our 2 practices a week, we run fast. Our drills go very, very fast. We don't waste time. We get very quick water breaks, and we go, 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 go. My practice plans are planned. They're typed out, they're printed, and each drill has a time. Like this drill is 10 minutes, this one's 5 minutes, this one's 15 minutes, and we just go, 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 go. We don't waste time. So in our 2-hour practice, we do a lot, I think, that maybe other coaches do in 3 hours. Okay, so that's how we do it. All right, somebody just asked, when are you coming to Arizona? Okay, Arizona, Phoenix. I lived in Phoenix when I was a kid. My team, my 12 and under team, we are going to Volleyball Festival in Phoenix in June. So I will be there in June, like June 22nd to June 25, okay? So if you're gonna go to that tournament, come, I'll have free stuff that I can hand out, okay? Oh, Monica wants me to add one more thing for playing defense. Ooh, I hope you can hear me. Somebody is doing some machine outside. Everybody hear me okay? Monica, can you still hear my audio okay? Because there's somebody being really loud outside. All right, so on defense, if you are digging on defense, you need to be stopped and balanced when the hitter makes contact, okay? So when the hitter goes up, the moment the hitter touches the ball to hit or spike it, you as the defender must be stopped and balanced at that moment, okay? You can't be moving no matter what, so that you can move in any direction equally and go get the ball. South Carolina, I'm not sure, maybe. Monica, can you look into South Carolina and see what that might look like? Okay, what else? What are some of the other questions that people have? If you have questions, put them in the comments so that we can try to answer as many as possible. I'm gonna drink a little bit of coffee. I'm drinking coffee out of this mug that has signatures from players. I found this in my kitchen. Can you see this? This is when I coached a team in 1994. And I still have the mug they gave me as a gift at the end of the season. So I guess I've been coaching a long time. Timing when hitting. Okay, that's a really good question. Some people do a 3-step approach. Some people do a 4-step approach. Some people even just do a 2-step approach. When I played, I was an outside hitter, and I like to get a lot of space. I probably did like a 5 or 6-step approach. I just kind of ran around the court, but the most important thing the important thing for hitting, timing, is the last 2 steps, okay? No matter how many steps you take overall, the last 2 are the most important. So you have to make sure that you do the last 2 steps when the setter sets the ball's in the air, you're waiting to hit. When the ball is at the peak, at the top of the set, the highest point, that's usually roughly when you do the last 2 steps. That's your timing, okay? So you can do 3, 4, or 5 steps total, but do those before that, okay? All right, there's some comments in here. How helpful is beach training to indoor performance? Oh, okay, that's a good question. All right, so here's the truth. I've never played beach. I don't know a whole lot about beach. Beach volleyball is a completely separate, different sport than indoor volleyball. Those are separate sports, completely different. You think it's similar because it's volleyball and there's a net, but those are different games. There are different rules. The surface is different. You're playing doubles. There's different strategy. Oh, Monica just texted me. It's fun though. Okay, cool. It's fun. I like to watch it, but I've never played it. I guess I just don't want sand in my face. But the question is, how is it good for indoor? I think it's good, okay, because somebody asked me, are you American? Yes, well, I'm Japanese, but I was born in the United States. But I'm full 100% Japanese. I played volleyball in Japan. Okay, beach. When you play sports, especially as you're younger, and growing up playing sports, I think it's really important to play different sports. I don't think that you should just pick one sport, especially when you're young, and just play that. Because when you only play one sport, you're going to use the same muscles and all the same parts of your body over and over and over and over and over, and you can get injured, or you can get bored, or you get tired of the sport. So when you play different sports, okay, you're going to use different muscles. You're going to learn different reactions, and plus it's more fun to try different things. So if you play volleyball, maybe you also play softball. Maybe you also play basketball. Maybe you also play soccer, or I guess most of the world calls it football, right? Because you're using different muscles, different parts of your body. You're using your brain differently. And I think by playing different sports, I think it makes you a better athlete, a better person. It's more fun. So playing beach and indoor, I think is pretty cool. I think it will help you, okay? To answer your question. Is jump serving similar to hitting? Yes, sort of. Okay, so jump serving. If you're talking about top spin jump serve, then that's very similar to hitting or spiking. Okay, so top spin jump serve, if I'm right-handed, I'm going to hold the ball in my right hand and I'm going to toss it like this with my right hand, and then I'm going to do a full approach, get up and hit it. So that's like a hit or a spike. If you are doing a jump float serve, like just tossing up like this and then jumping up a little bit and hitting it, then it's nothing like hitting or spiking. Someone says, yes, you are American. Yep, I have a United States passport, yes. But my parents are Japanese, they came from Japan, and my first language is Japanese. I did not speak English and learn English until I went to school. So English is my second language, actually. Somebody says, Dagina, hope I said that right. I am Mongolian. Okay, cool. I actually want to go to Mongolia. So Monica, can we figure out if we can go to Mongolia for volleyball? I think that'd be pretty cool. Okay, good drills for 10U team, concentrating on communication with each other. Oh yeah. Okay, communication. Okay, as a coach, I don't like to tell my team, hey, talk. You gotta talk. I think that's boring. The kids don't listen. They don't care what you're saying. They don't do it. Okay? So you have to put them into situations where they have to talk, and they'll figure it out. So we do a lot of out of system or crazy drills. Okay? Like one drill, I'll put 3 players on the end line facing the net, and I'm behind them, and I'm going to throw the ball into the floor. It's going to bounce and it's going to go towards the net. Those 3 have to go running to go get the ball, and they have up to 3 touches to get the ball over the net. If they don't talk, they're not going to be able to do it. So I put them into drills that force them to figure out that they have to talk or they can't do the drill. Okay? So that's, okay, here's another announcement. Okay? I have not told anybody this either. So this is a secret big announcement. You ready? So everybody listen. Monica and I are planning some online courses. Okay? You're going to be able to pay and then sign up for a course if you're a coach, and it will have videos and maybe even have one-on-one video calls with me and Monica, where you go through, like, I don't know, 6 weeks or 8 weeks in a course, like a class online, where we'll teach you the drills that we use to do the stuff that you need to do to teach your kids. Okay? So that, I don't know, does it, put in the comments, are there any coaches in here? Would you sign up for something like that? Let me know. Ooh, Noemi says, sign me up. Okay, cool. Okay, somebody's asking, how do we prevent hip flexor strain when jump serving or hitting? It is caused from too much twisting. Okay, I don't have a good answer for that because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physical therapist, I'm not a medical professional. So when a player that I'm training has some issues or an injury or sore or whatever, I have to say, go see a professional. I can't provide like too much medical advice. Monica, is there any more? Are you noticing any comments? Everybody, if you join late, Monica is my assistant coach and she's helping me watch the comments for really good questions. We've been going for 50 minutes. I've been talking a long time. I think my voice is getting tired. Oh, tips for not being late on the block. Oh, okay. I wish Monica were in here so she can answer that, but okay. The first thing to make sure that you're not late on the block, okay, like if you're a middle blocker, is you have to use the I sequence, okay? Monica and I teach this. It's an I sequence. So if I'm a middle blocker, and I'm watching the other team, okay, and let's say my teammate is serving, okay, then the ball goes over the net. I'm a middle blocker. I'm watching the opponent, okay? Someone is going to touch the ball, right? The first touch. As soon as they touch it, then I'm going to watch the ball. So I'm going to watch the ball, and then it's going to go to the setter. So I'm watching the setter, and then next I'm watching the ball after it's set, and now I'm watching the hitter. So it's a sequence. It's the order that you use your eyes. You go ball, setter, ball, hitter. You have to train yourself to watch that whole process, okay? You can't just watch the very end and go, oh, where's the hitter? And go look, because you're going to be late. Ball, setter, ball, hitter. Okay, that's what you have to watch, especially if the setter is in the front row. Okay, it goes ball. You got to watch the setter because the setter might dump it or she might turn and hit it. Okay, so ball, setter, ball, hitter. That's how you, that's one tip on how to not be late for the block so that you know what's going on. Okay. Somebody says, thank you for your time. You're very welcome. This has been awesome. I've been wanting to do this time at this time so that we can get people from maybe Europe too. And when you're an outside, let's see, what's the question? Are you blocking or hitting? If you can be a little more detailed. What position did you play in volleyball? Outside hitter. I was an outside hitter. I played 6 rotations. So in the back row, I played left back defense. Okay, what else? I think we're going to start wrapping up here. So if we can get some final questions, I can answer some final questions. What else do we have? Monica, what other things are on here? There's a question from Panther Volley Training. Opinion on a volley shoes. I don't know if you're here in Oregon, but that is an Oregon company. It was started by people here locally. I have no opinion on them. I've never touched them. I've never worn them. I don't know anything about them. A lot of people wear them. That's about it. Sorry. Tips for consistency on set placement for setters. Okay, consistency comes from repetition. Okay, so you have to set many millions of times. Okay, so the best thing that you can do if you're a setter and you want to be consistent and be able to set consistently, you have to practice over and over and over and over and over, even at home. Okay, you can set against a wall. You can be at home or at a school or a park. Is there a wall somewhere? Put a piece of tape, okay, and set, hit that spot every single time. That's the best thing, okay? What position did you play in volleyball? Yeah, I played outside hitter. Oh, the question is not being late blocking as an outside. Okay, so if you're an outside hitter, your responsibility is to go double block with the middle blocker for the middle hitter on the other team, okay? So it's the same main tip. You have to do the I sequence, okay? If you're an outside hitter and waiting in base position at the net, you gotta wait. You gotta watch ball, setter, ball, hitter, okay? So watch the whole sequence from the moment the opponent touches the first touch. Watch the ball so that you are ready for where the setter is going to set. And then I guess another tip is when you watch the setter, you have to develop the skill on how to read the setter. Okay, some setters are not very good if they're going to set back because they lean back like this a lot. If they start doing this, they're going to set back, and then you can just stay where you are and just block that right side hitter. Okay, if they're going to set a quick, a lot of times the setters will contact the ball very high. They'll just they'll have their hands up high because they're going to set a quick or a one, or different people around the world call them differently, but first tempo, really fast set, their hands are up high because they're just going to do a really fast set to their middle. Okay, so if you start seeing that, maybe you go towards the middle and double block. Do you know the names of the best volleyball players in Mongolia? No, I don't. Who are they? Let me know. Okay, I think we're wrapping up. Thank you so much for doing this. Says someone, so much great knowledge. Appreciate. I really appreciate all of our supporters, people on the live. If you haven't already, I just ask, please follow me. So that we can keep growing. That would be great. If you can please follow, tag your friends, send my videos. Oh, one of the best things that you can do to support me and help out is if you see a really good video that I post, hit that little triangle thing to send it and send it to somebody else, okay? When you do that, Instagram knows that it's important, and then they'll start sharing it with more people. Okay? Will this live be shared somewhere so I can watch it? Okay, I think so. I think I figured out how to record this thing. So after I'm all done, I'm going to go look. So Holly is asking this. Good question. I think it's recorded. If it is, I'll figure out a way where I can put it. It's really long, so I can't do it on Instagram because they limit it to like 3 minutes or whatever. So if you're not on YouTube, can you find me on YouTube? Okay, it's Coach Chijo on YouTube. I have a channel. Go there because the long videos I'm going to put on YouTube so you can watch like the whole live. Okay, Monica, I think maybe we should do that so you can put the whole thing. It'll be an hour long. And you can watch it there, okay? And if you go to YouTube, please subscribe because that really helps out. So just so everybody knows, well, here's another announcement. I used to do other stuff for work, but I now just do volleyball. And so to do all this stuff, I have to figure out how to make a living. So by having more subscribers, more followers, that helps me. I'll be totally honest, it helps you just make more money. I get sponsors and things like that so that I could do more things. Especially if I'm going to go travel to different states and different countries to do clinics. The more followers and the more subscribers I have, I can get a sponsor and say, hey, Mizuno or somebody, can you sponsor me to go do a clinic and camp in Italy? Then I can go. That kind of thing. So it always helps because sponsors like to see that I have a lot of followers and subscribers on YouTube too. Okay? So please spread the word, and the more I get of that, the more I can go and come see you at different places. Thank you very much. And again, I'm going to have another live today, 7 p.m. Okay, so it's 11 o'clock. So what is that? 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 8 hours, in 8 more hours, I'm going to do another live. So that's 7 p.m. my time here in Oregon in the United States. So hopefully this was cool. Was this a good idea to do it at this time? I need to know. Okay? Like, let me know right now, is this time a good time to do another live? Is this a good time? Can you let me know in the comments? And then we'll just wrap up. Yeah, is this time a good time? If I get a lot of comments telling me that this is a good time, then I will do this time again. Oh, it was a really good idea. Okay, cool. TV Rocks 22 says yes. Valia 2211 says yes, was perfect. Okay, cool. Absolutely. Eva says yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so all right, 10 o'clock. We'll do this again sometime, okay? Europe is now 8 p.m. Great time. Perfect. Okay, now you can go have your evening meal, right? Because in Europe, Spain, you eat dinner late. Can I be a spiker if I'm 5'4" and you're 12 years old? Yes. If you're 12 years old and you're 5 feet 4 inches, that's really good. That would be a good height. How many teams do you have? Right now I'm coaching 2 teams, 16 and under and 12 and under. Okay, all right, so that's a wrap for this live. Everybody, thank you for coming. Thank you for the support. And look for this recording if I can figure it out, and I'll put it on YouTube. Find me on YouTube, okay? Coach Chijo. All right, see ya. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody. Bye.